The sky above Velta Prime bled fire. Orbital strikes rained down relentlessly from the Tyrant Dominion's warships. The once green valleys were reduced to scorched craters. The allied species of the resistant Stari, Kavarn, Yulari, and the insectoid Brel had fought with honor. But honor meant little against plasma lances and mechanized annihilation. Commander Selvig of the Thari slumped against a shattered wall, his fur singed, his left arm hanging useless. Around him lay the ruins of Fort Vexel, the last command post of the Resistance. Only a few dozen remained alive. None expected to see the next sunrise. "We are undone," muttered Yulari medic Kersha, her blue fingers trembling as she tried to patch up a dying Brel warrior. "They've breached the inner perimeter. Tyrant walkers will be here in minutes." A bitter silence followed. No one spoke of surrender. It was too late. Even that option had been crushed days ago. Selvig turned his eyes to the smoldering sky, where distant stars once offered hope. Now they only watched, cold and indifferent and then a new light split the sky. Not plasma, not orbital fire. Something else shimmered like a spear of silver lightning, then arced, spiraled, and screamed downward. Dozens more followed it, bright burning shapes piercing the smoke-choked heavens. Trailing blue flame drop dash pods alien ones no human ones. "Impossible," Selvig whispered, rising to shaky feet. "They said Earth refused to join us." "That they stayed neutral." Kersha stared up, eyes wide. "They've changed their minds." The first pod hit the ground like thunder, then another, then 30 more. Earth-made titanium alloy punched through rubble and ash like it was soft clay. The doors exploded open in synchronized flashes, and out stepped giants armored in exo-rigs that gleamed beneath the grime. The humans marched as one. Black visors, crimson shoulder lights, plasma rifles twice the size of Selvig's own weapon. They looked like myths. Like gods born of steel and fury, the Lee human's voice echoed over an amplified channel. "Resistance forces, stand by. You're not alone anymore." And then the real war began. Human Captain Maya Rourke didn't wait for introductions. She motioned her squad forward as drones buzzed overhead. HUD systems marked hostiles in red. Dozens of Tyrant troopers were advancing on the fort, confident, slow-moving, unaware their doom had just landed. Shock and clear, she ordered. The humans burst from their drop points like lightning incarnate. Plasma rifles chattered with rhythmic precision. Tyrant armor, once feared, melted like butter beneath pinpoint railgun shots. Their walkers, tall bipedal war engines, were brought down by concentrated shoulder-mounted missiles. Within minutes, the battlefield shifted. Prime had burned for weeks. Now it burned with new purpose. Maya stepped past a stunned Yulari defender, tossing her an energy pack without breaking stride. "Patch your wounded. We'll hold the north." Selvig, watching from atop the crumbling wall, couldn't process the scale of it. The humans didn't just fight, they broke the Tyrant formation. Tactical drone swarms harassed enemy snipers, while Cyber Warfare A's hijacked Tyrant comes and played ancient Earth War songs on loop. Morale shattered. And still more drop pods landed. Heavy armored divisions, auto turrets, mobile medical units. An entire division of Earth's elite combat forces had been mobilized. They came. Doublet muttered, stunned. They actually came. In orbit, General Meketh of the Tyrant fleet watched the shifting battlefield through a tactical holomap. Red zones were blinking out one by one. Human forces had appeared seemingly out of nowhere, no warning, no declaration. He slammed a clawed fist into the control panel. How did the humans even bypass our blockade? A nervous comms officer replied, "Sir. They jumped through a collapsed neutron corridor. No one has ever done that before. It was considered suicide." The general stared. Humans, insane, unpredictable, and now deadly. "Pull back the ground units," Meketh growled. "They're no longer the hunters." "We are. Back on Velta Prime. The fortress held. Hours passed. Then a day. Then another. With each passing hour, humanity's forces entrenched deeper, stabilizing a front that was thought lost forever. Selvig, now recovered, stood beside Maya as they watched human engineers build mobile shields and artillery bunkers with terrifying efficiency. "You didn't have to come," he said quietly. She shrugged, her expression unreadable under her helmet. "No, we didn't. But we saw the footage. What they did to your civilians, to your young. Our politicians wanted to stay out. We didn't. Why now?" he asked. "Why not sooner?" She turned to him, voice colder now. "Because we don't fight other people's wars. We fight ours. But the second your war became a slaughter, it became ours." Selvig stared at her, then slowly nodded. HFY indeed. Weeks later, Tyrant Command officially declared Velta Prime a containment zone. They didn't admit defeat, but the galaxy knew the humans didn't just stop the invasion. They turned the tide. Their tech adapted faster, their tactics evolved mid-battle, and their soldiers fought like they had nothing to lose and everything to protect. Allied worlds that once doubted humanity now sent envoys begging for Earth's alliance. Others simply watched from afar, cautious of the wrath Earth had unleashed. And among the resistance, a new saying spread like wildfire. When all hope is lost, pray the humans are watching. Because if they were ... everything was about to change.